Hi, so this is Monday night, and it's our final week. How crazy. So I'm just going to recap the weekend. Didn't really do much. Actually, that's a lie, I did do quite a bit. So Saturday we had a writing workshop with one of the assistants. It was really good, really fun. And we also went through the rest of the written pieces that we brought in. So if you haven't watched my other ones, basically part of our homework was just to bring in a piece of writing. Could be a book, it just can't be a play or any sort of like TV or film, but just something that, like, I don't know, we just liked for whatever reason. And we finally got through all them, plus the writing workshop. We finished at 3:30. I then went to the pub. It was alright. And then I saw my boyfriend yesterday, which was lovely. So today was really fun. This week's going to be the best week by far. It's a shame because, like, in the beginning I was a bit like, and now we're getting to the end and I'm like, it's actually now just getting really good. So today was pretty intense. So we have our showings Thursday and Friday. So Thursday is for everyone to see, like our other course mates and the other classes and stuff. And then Friday is for the parents kind of thing, or family and friends. So it has to be ready by Thursday. Now, our director is not here tomorrow. Great. But today he didn't tell us a lot. He has a concept and he was keeping it very hush hush for a reason. He just didn't want to tell us because I get the impression if he told us then we might try and do it to suit him. But this was just to come up at a full devising day. Like, I've been mentioning in the other videos how just doing movement stuff all day is jarring. No one likes it. Just doing something of just anything all day is just boring. But we were actually devising. So if you don't know what devising is or what I mean by that, it's basically just creating your own work. That could be writing a monologue, it could be do something with writing, it could be making a dance, could be making movement pieces, sequences, games, anything really. So we have to do a 15-minute showing, and a few days ago, last week I think, or maybe even the first week, I'm not sure, we on our own had to do 2 counts of 8, some sort of movement, and it was like to do with energy. So we had to kind of grab the energy or get it from somewhere, and at the end of the 8 counts put it somewhere. So I did that, and then we got into partners and we showed each other our sequences, and we had to then do them after each other, whichever one kind of suited, whether it was to go first or last. After that we then got into another pair, so there was 4 of us in total, and we created like a bigger sequence. And he watched them all today, so we had to go over them, and he chose 2 of the groups and they had to teach us it and learn it, and it was all of us together, and it was honestly really cool, really quick. Really good. I'd say it's more dance if I'm honest, but I guess movement, dance, I don't really know what to call it, but we did that. He also set us into different groups, and he basically gave us a task. A different group had ribbons and they had to devise something with that. We were given the game of atoms, that's what it's called. So one person is the nucleus and the other people are the people around it, the atoms, I don't know. And we had to kind of like make connections and like do all this and that. We didn't get to showing them, but we did that for quite a while, and then we ended up doing a writing exercise because he wanted us to get together some sort of written piece. So quite cool. So on Saturday, with the writing thing that we did, she gave us prompts. So for instance, we had to say a statement. So I just put, I like playing football. It could be, I hate the snow, I love my grandma, could be anything. And then she gave prompts that would have to follow after it. So I hate dating, and then one of the prompts was until I met her, or until I met him. I like playing football, but then Tuesday happened, and then we had to kind of like make a story off it, or some sort of poem or anything. And that's kind of what we did today. He gave us a prompt, and then from that prompt, which was, I think mine was something like, I'm setting off on a journey a bit, and then it was like, and I have to leave, and then we had to kind of carry it on. It just couldn't be fiction, it actually had to be like real, I guess. Like, it couldn't be like, then Daisy fell down the well. But there was only like 5 or 6 prompts, so everyone there was about 5 people in each group, 6 people in each group that had the same prompt. And the whole purpose of that was we were all going to create something different. And after about 10-15 minutes of writing, we then got into our groups. There were 6 of us who had that prompt, 6 other people who had a different prompt, something completely different. And then we had to then listen to each other's and somehow mix it together, which we did. Ours was really nice. We had some really beautiful things, and we then sent that to him so he can do that with what he wants. So tomorrow that'll be him for really to think about what he wants. We've done a lot of devising today, but now it's up to him to figure out what else he wants to do, bits here and there. But I'm thinking we'll have to finish it Wednesday, but I think we will finish it Wednesday. We've got the main hard stuff done. He now just kind of needs to pick and choose which bit he wants to add in and where. And then tomorrow is really exciting actually. We've got a puppeteer, a puppet master, I don't really know, puppeteer I guess. So it's someone that he knows who like works on really big shows. I don't really know, but a few other people knew who they were talking about. So that'd be really interesting, and he's going to be working on us kind of devising certain pieces. So we could add, like, we could do a bit of puppeteering. Is that the right word? We could do puppets for a little bit in the show, which will be really cool. I've never had like a proper masterclass on, you know, doing puppets and everything, because it's quite hard to come across. Like, not a lot of people do it, and not a lot of schools do it, because it's a really hard craft, and only a few shows actually properly do it if you think about it. But that'll be really cool tomorrow. And then Wednesday, oh, kill me now. I get the impression we're in from 10 a.m. like normal. Then we have lunch, and after lunch we're in the rehearsal studio, the theatre, because we get the most time. The reason being is because we're group 1, so that means we have to go first. So we have 4 hours in the theatre, which will be amazing. We'll get a lot of stuff done then. I think we'll get everything done then, but then we'll have to finalise it that night. We then have a half an hour tech. If you don't know what tech is, it basically means we'll go in there, we'll go, okay, lights up, lights down, music. Basically, it will only take half an hour. It's a 15-minute showing, for God's sake. Won't take long. And then we have an hour break from 6 till 7. From 7 until 9, we are back in the theatre, a different part, still creating, still devising, and that'll probably be when we finalise everything in those 2 hours. So I'll be going to bed very, very tired. So if I don't put anything on Wednesday night, hopefully I do. But yeah, I'm really excited. Yeah, I hope tomorrow's good. I've never done that for the whole day. But you know what, I'm learning something new. We did a lot of lifts today as well, I forgot to mention. We did some really amazing lifts, because our director works with Frantic Assembly, who are known for that kind of stuff, and it was just a lot of fun really, basically just throwing ourselves at people. Today's probably been like one of the best days. So yeah, it's been a pretty long video, but I'm excited for the next week. Hi, so it's Tuesday night. Just going to recap today. So today our director wasn't supposed to be in. Turns out the thing that he was going to do kind of got cancelled, so he came in anyway, but which was nice because he actually had the day off, and he'd got his friend who is a puppeteer. So we did puppets. It was made out of newspapers. They weren't that big, they were about this big and that big. It was really, really lovely. I've never done, worked with puppets before really, so that was really good. For some people they had, so for them it was a bit boring, but for the majority of us we'd never done it, and he was a specialist in it, and yeah, just a really fun day. Very exhausting though. And then I'm gonna go to bed a bit earlier tonight, just because tomorrow we are in from 10 until 1 in, rehearsing, doing that, and then 2 until 6 in the theatre. 5:30 till 6 we've got a tech, so half an hour of just teching with the lights and everything, and then an hour break from 6 to 7, and then 7 till 9 back in the rehearsal studio. And it could even go on later than that. I doubt he will, because we're all going to be dead at that point, including him. But we have some concepts, we now just need to put it together and add more stuff, so that's what we'll be doing tomorrow. Then I think doing the 2 hour period from 7 till 9, we'll probably be finalising it, adding little bits. And then Thursday, we'll get up again from 10 until 10 until 6, rehearsing, figuring things out, and then we've got the showing to the other people in the course. I think it starts at like something like 6:30, 7, finishes like 9:30, 10, but with the first group, so we can kind of just like chill. We'll have to watch everyone's though, so I'm just going to be sitting there. But I'm glad we're doing that, because first shows don't always go the best normally. And then Friday, just doing our normal showing for, you know, the parents and family and everything like that. But yeah, really good day, very tiring though. Everyone's ill and everyone's tired as fuck. So yeah, tomorrow's gonna be long. It is gonna be long. And then Thursday's gonna be long, but like not really doing a lot of work. It's just gonna be sitting there from like 6 till 9:30 or whatever time it is. Probably finish the showings around about 10. But yeah, I might not be able to make a video tomorrow, which is why I've just talked quite in depth there. And I might not even make one Friday. I don't. Thursday or something. I'm not sure. But yeah, good day. We just haven't done any work for the actual show yet. What we've done is we did a dance sequence, which actually is quite good. We did it once, so we need to like perfect it. That's about 40 seconds. We need a 15-minute show. And we've got 40 seconds. So we're almost there. And then we did like loads of writing pieces. People have done poems. So he has a concept. I think he's been doing work today, like figuring out what songs, where he wants things, I trust him. I think he's got a plan. He just needs to tell us the plan, and he needs to be the director and now sort it out. Because we've been devising a lot, and I think there's a lot of good stuff there. He said that the way he works is there's always too much stuff, and then he will condense it. He just said, I prefer doing it like that, and he said, I always want to change things, you know, like 2 hours before the show, I might go, I don't want that anymore, I want to add this instead, which for some people they don't really like, but for me it's actually the whole point of working with different directors, which is what I learned at East 15, is you're not always going to like their way of doing things, but that is why they are the director, and having different directors who work differently is so amazing, because then you figure out what you want, you figure out what you like and what you don't like. You know, whether like I quite like my director and how he's being quite secretive and like not really telling us, but I think I do trust him that he's got it in the bag, whereas other people are just kind of stressed, and I think they're like, he needed to start this way earlier. But yeah, I'm gonna go to bed, and I will hopefully see you tomorrow. Hi, so it's Wednesday night. Turns out I actually can make a video. That's what I'm doing now. So today was pretty heavy because we really had to get basically the skeleton of the show, the sharing, done. It's only 15 minutes. It wasn't that long, but we came in at 10. We started rehearsing again. Like I said before, he kind of gave us things to do in different groups, but now it was for him to look over it, involve other people to make it an ensemble, which we did. So we spent from 10 a.m. till, I want to say about 3ish. You got to think we had an hour break in that. We watched everyone, so there was about 5 different groups doing completely different things. Like there's one group using like, they're not ropes, they're I'm just going to say ropes, but they're not ropes. It's like fabric, but like it's really cool. I'm trying to think what has everyone else done. Lifting, there was other things like that with different storylines. So he spent all that time involving us, ways for us to get involved, not just the 5 people in that group. It was then everyone. It was really amazing. And then after that, we were in the main theatre. So for the past few weeks, we've been, sometimes if we had the space, obviously we have to share it, in the theatre. Really beautiful space, a bit on the smaller side, but just a really beautiful space. And then today we were in the place that we're going to be doing our sharings tomorrow and also Friday for our family, and it is massive. It's so modern, massive. So that was fun. So we had a lot of time in there. We had about 4 hours, and then we teched for half an hour. which other groups didn't have, and I think it was because we go first. So they wanted us to have more time. I don't know. But we got like the beginning done, the ending done, but we have all of tomorrow. Basically, we got a lot of stuff done today, really good stuff, but tomorrow we need to go over it, perfect it, and also just make sure all the other little bits are added now, which is basically what we're doing tomorrow. So it won't be that big of a day tomorrow, I don't think. Like, today we had to be so focused because obviously he was working on a bit of a time crunch, and I didn't think he would actually even get the stuff he got done, so I was really happy with that. Yeah, it's looking good. I'm hopeful. And then tomorrow at 6:30 we are doing the sharing for everyone else in the groups, so that's just the people actually at National Youth Theatre, and then Friday we will have it for everyone. But tomorrow we need to like have that time as a rehearsal time, not just a show in, which other people probably can just chill because they've got it all done, but for us we need to get it done. But yeah, really good day. We got a lot of stuff done, really happy with it. And yeah, it's weird that we're basically going to be done. It's basically Thursday. It's like 11 o'clock at this point, or like 12 o'clock almost, so yeah, crazy, almost done. But yeah, see you tomorrow.